come with me as we head into the Underdusk. Now, what is the Underdusk? Well, it's a very interesting Metroidvania style game. It's got kind of like a passive feel to it, which we'll get into in just a second here. He plays this long-nosed dude here who apparently has died, and he's going through the Underdusk, sort of underworld or afterlife type area. And the whole premise here is that this character is completely losing his memory, okay? And we're going through collecting, which you'll see actually, that's the map there, but you'll see up in the top left there, you see that we are collecting these little orbs to try to get our memory back. The big orbs actually give us a little cutscene to show like what his life may have been like back when he was alive. The little ones have so far just been more of a collectible. Now, I have not played much of this game, as you can see. We're only at about like 15 minutes in or so, but I felt like we were already at a point where I could kind of show off what this is. So here we go. We're going to move around as this little guy here. Grab that collectible there. That brings us up to 18. Yes, and if you hit the back button on the controller, you can see, okay, this is what I've explored so far. We're actually going to head to the right and go to that area over there. I was just about to head in there. You also see that there are bosses in this. They're just like represented by the little skulls there. So far in the game, they have both been like kind of like Grim Reaper looking dudes who throw their scythes at you. And you need to avoid them to get to the other side. It's sort of like, you know, have you guys played Super Mario Brothers? You ever get to Bowser's Castle and you get to the end where Bowser's at? He's jumping around, blowing fire at you, but you got to hit the little, you know, bridge axe handle thing to like send him into the lava. It's kind of like that. You get to the other side, hit a switch, kill the Grim Reaper guy, and you, or you collect the special item that's there, and then you're free to go basically. So we're heading into the Windy Woods. I stepped in here just a moment ago. I wanted to see what this is all about. You can see we got this little, looks like owl creature or something up there. One of the other things we just got to is you'll see over there on the left that there are a ton of, you know, upgrades and abilities that you can get and unlock in this game, which I think is great. I'm glad it's not just like a couple things. But we unlocked the boots with the wings. So at any point here, if we push the X button and hold it, you'll see the character moves a little quicker. And you can see that the little dust that pops up sort of represents that you're moving quicker. I kind of wish that that was a constant thing, because sometimes with the way some of the tiles look in the game, it's hard to tell if you're actually moving faster. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But you could see when it starts, like, okay, I've started moving faster, but it's like, am I still moving faster? Sometimes it's hard to tell. I feel like that particle, those dust should keep kicking up as you're moving to represent like, okay, we're moving faster right now. Anyway, just one little quirk there I wanted to talk about there, because so far with this game, my impressions, I wanted to get that out as it came up because I just thought of it. I was like, oh yeah, I got to talk about this. But overall, I like this game. You will find that as we go through here, you're not going to find too many enemies, really. Like I was saying before, somewhat passive game. We're going to climb some trees here, it looks like. I haven't run into many enemies except for the few bosses that were... Oh no! There were no branches there! Except for the couple bosses we've run into there. So it's been kind of interesting, because it's a more of an exploratory Metroidvania, which I'm not against. I like an exploratory game. But because of that, I feel like it actually adds to the atmosphere of the game a lot. And by that, what I mean is, you know, you're in this Underdusk, or this, like, really, you know, kind of quiet afterlife, you know, afterlife, you know, underworld type setting. And I guess it makes sense that it would be super quiet and just, like, not, you know, not a whole lot going on. We're actually going to jump back down here. We're going to hug the wall here and try to get this other thing. There we go. So, yeah, I think that the lack of enemies actually adds to the atmosphere a lot. As weird as that might sound, you might say, like, well, RC, there's not a whole lot of action going on here. And you wouldn't be wrong. But the exploring of the Underdusk here, I feel like, is kind of the point. And I kind of dig that. Like, I like games with combat. I like Metroidvania games with combat. But how many have you played? Oh, geez, we totally messed up that jump again. How many have you played where you're not actually shooting and killing enemies like constantly as you're running through screens? So it's, in a way, it's kind of refreshing. You know, it's kind of like a go at your own pace, chill Metroidvania style thing. It's kind of cool. I kind of dig it. And it has that kind of like Halloween-y vibe to it. Because of the setting and the feel. Oh my god, I am just like not... I am not doing good here. It's kind of hard to judge the jumps here, going back and forth off screen. I obviously can't make that jump. We're going to try to boost and jump to this. But that's not going to get us up where we need to go. Okay. Jump back over here again then. Alright, we will try once again. This little jumping puzzle here is kind of a little harder than it would seem as you enter the screen. Okay, in here. Float the jump. There we go. I think this branch right here needs to be moved down or moved up a little bit or something there, because it's really throwing me off as to like where I'm supposed to be going and what I'm supposed to be doing here. Can I even make it up to that branch? It's hard to tell. Like, it would seem I could. Maybe I gotta jump over to the other side? Okay. Yeah, I can't make that jump either. So these jump... Maybe I don't have the ability I need to get through here, so we might go and explore another area. And the real question is, even if I get up here, what am I gonna do? Like, there's nothing I can do here if I look at the map. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to this area later. You might as well grab this on the way out. This is what happens when you die, by the way. When you die, you go back to the tree, and then it kind of throws you back to the last statue that you saved at. The game is... It's interesting with its checkpointing. It's somewhat forgivable. I wouldn't call it completely forgivable, but it's somewhat forgivable. You'll hit one of those little checkpoint statues, and you may find yourself actually like dying and going back like probably 3 or 4 screens sometimes, and that could be a little off-putting, a little annoying. But other than that, it hasn't been too big of a deal really dealing with the checkpointing stuff. Yeah, let's move along here. Oh god, jeez, I haven't even mentioned it. By the way, if you're still watching this and this looks cool to you, this game is coming out on Steam on May 3rd. So go check it out. Go to the wish list, or go to the Steam page, wish list it. Hey, there's an enemy. And you'll know when it's available on May 3rd. Okay, so what's going on here? We got an enemy. What's going on with this guy? Oh, we can talk to him. He's not an enemy at all. Hello there. Are you a friend? It's hard to read your demeanor with that mask on. Are you also trying to get into the skeletal ruins? I hear rumors there is a powerful artifact stored there. But how do we get past the gate? I'm really worried about getting past the gate, you know, because I can see where we gotta go. How are we gonna... How do we get up there? Alright, so there is like a pathway, it looks like, to go down. Sometimes it's hard to tell if, like, because some of these holes you could actually drop down, it'll take you somewhere else. But some of them are just death. Everstill Lake, okay. Jump in the boat, see what happens. So yeah, May 3rd on Steam, guys. The Steam link will be in the description, so just click on that if you want to go check out the Steam page. And put this on your wish list for May 3rd. Lots of achievements to get in this one, too, by the way. I want to mention that. Okay, we have definitely reached an enemy. This guy definitely wants to eat our soul. Or what's left of it. Oh my god, there's like... crazy spike dudes and spiky tortoises. There's all kinds of scary stuff in here. I'm assuming it's a hit once situation with those guys, so I'm going to try to be as careful as I can here. What was that guy doing? Okay, so I can tell I'm using my boost here because I'm fighting the wind. But if I die, I'm going to have to start, like, kind of further back. Ugh. That wasn't too bad. Okay, this part, I got to wait for him to walk towards me. Like that. There we go. There we go. We got one of the memories. So you guys can see one of these cool little cutscenes here. So far it's been about a guy falling in love with a girl, but they haven't revealed too much about that. It's been pretty cryptic, a little ambiguous. It looks like they're going skydiving together. You're the one who said you wanted to add some excitement to our lives. Live on the edge, chase our dreams, grab the tiger by the tail, and all that poetic nonsense. Well, babe, I think I've changed my mind. I don't think I want to do this. This whole thing is non-refundable. Plus, it will make a great story to tell our kids someday. It's a fair point. Do you think anyone has ever died doing this? What, jumping out of a plane? Yeah, tons. Jump, and I'll be right behind you. Make me wait. That is all she said, and then she jumped into the sky. The next thing I recall was flying through the sky right beside her. Alright, the switch. Okay, so sometimes the switches will change what you're up to in the moment. Oh, that is death. Of course, it didn't start us that. The switches most of the time, though, will bring up a gate. Oh, no. That's not what I meant to do. We're going to fall here. By the way, the game does keep track of your deaths, too. So if you are into that kind of thing, you can see I've died 14 times so far. It is a thing. So if you want to keep that down. So we're only at 9% complete. So, I mean, and you can see we've only collected one special object here. Okay, so the switch we hit did not do anything for this area. What gate did we bring down, then? But you can see that there's a lot of game here. More than you might expect from this style of game. Sometimes I get sent these, these games, or, I get keys for these games. They're just like the $5 throwaway games, with a retro art style. This one has the retro art style, but there's a lot more meaning to it. There's a story. And it seems like the person put a lot of TLC into this, which, like I said, you can't say for some of the budget titles that I review on the channel. And not that this is a budget game. Definitely not saying that, because it definitely doesn't feel like a budget game. It feels like a retro style game, like I said, with a lot of TLC behind it. Okay, so that switch looked like it took this cap off, because we couldn't get in here before, right? That was covered before, I think. What do we do? What's happening? I'm hearing cop sirens, but like, is that in the game or is it? Okay. Alright, so we have another one of those buds on the tree, so I guess we did one of the other things we had to do. Interesting. So this game is very interesting in a way that, like, it's seemingly pretty cryptic with, the way it wants you to find a lot of its secrets. So, if you're also into games where you're just like kind of you want to experiment and find secrets and look for things, it feels like not everything is going to be completely spelled out for you. Alright, so where do we go here? Okay, we've been here before. But there's a way to go down over here. And that's kind of cool. Like, Metroidvanias often have a lot of nooks and crannies and secrets for you to find in them. But, a lot of times there's usually a pretty linear path that you're supposed to be going down, to get from point A to point B. And this looks like it has that. However, it also has a lot of the secret stuff to let you do it in sort of like whatever order you want. You saw that, like, the two buds that we got on the tree so far, it kind of looks like we were able to do that the way we wanted to do it. I could be completely wrong here. I mean, there might be a way to... Oh, jeez. How am I supposed to get up there? There might be, maybe it's because of the abilities or something like that. Maybe, we have to do it in a particular way. There we go. Oh, great, so this is locked. Okay. And I don't think there's any way we can jump over that water, right? It's too far? I guess we'll see. Yep, just a bit too far. Okay. So the question is now, where to go? Alright, so there was a underground area in the first area I was in, so maybe we'll head down there and see if there's something we could do down there. But yeah, this is Metroidvanias, right? This is what they're all about. They're about finding your way, figuring it out, right? Yep, you see that little path that goes downwards? That's where we're heading. But every little piece of progress is a piece of the map that you get to unlock, which is always a good thing. Okay, so this is where I went before. And I went back up because I didn't feel like I was quite ready for this area yet, so I guess we'll find out if that is a good feeling or a bad feeling. Oh, we don't... Okay, so we can grab this piece. Alright, go this way, I guess? Where is this? Wow. This doesn't look like anything I can climb at the moment. Alright, so we got some doors. Locked. This will take us up. Okay, we hit a switch. Okay, so that opened the door down there. That's one of the other things, too, about, you know, the developer seemingly uses a switch for a lot of different things, and that can be somewhat confusing for the gamer as well who's playing, because they might be like, oh, the first switch that we hit actually took down this huge, like, wooden barrier, but the second one actually unlocked that hole in the floor. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of confusing, you know, not having different buttons for different things, you know. Or maybe even like having the game cut to like what it did, you know, cut to the other screen and show the bricks removing themselves or exploding or something to show you like, oh, I opened up that area, you know. Just quality of life little things like that. Not that they're, you know, completely necessary or anything like that, but it's always nice to have that kind of stuff. Oh, what a relief. I thought one of those wretched, mindless worshippers had found their way into my home. Surprised to find another thinking, feeling being such as myself. I feared I was the last. I have a request. Please hear me out. If in your wanderings you come across an ancient tome, the unwritten book, please bring it to me. I'll trade my skeleton key for it. You may find it useful, but I no longer have a need for it. Okay, so the skeleton key is probably going to be important because it'll probably open any door, right? Be careful, my fellow. We may be the last. This door then. Let's see if we find this book that he's talking about. Where are we in the map? We're up there. Okay. Well, I can at least grab that. Oh, I almost made a jump and I quit. Watch for those spikes. Okay, I made that jump. You gotta jump at like the very last pixel there. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing here. What is going on in here? Alright, we're definitely running into more enemies, but we have no way to fight them. Again, like I was saying before, passive experience. I don't know if that will change later on. I don't know if we'll get weapons and stuff. That would be cool, actually. But I cannot confirm nor deny if that is the case. But it would seem weird to not give the player a weapon until much later in the game, you know? Okay, we made that one too. Slime Village. What's this bat doing? Get away from me. Really coming after me. Oh boy, okay. I don't even know what I should be doing here. These bats are all over the place. They're all over me. Oh my god. I gotta give props to the developer as well for adding the Mega Man style, you know, changing screens while you're jumping in the air type of thing. It's one of my favorite things from Mega Man. Well, guys, hey, I just want to say thanks for watching. I'm going to continue to kind of hopefully finagle my way through this Underdusk here. But like I said, this is coming out May 3rd on Steam. If it looks interesting to you, check out the Steam page and wishlist it for the future here. Because I feel like it's definitely worth checking out. It's a cool little game. But guys, hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.